Subscribe.
And then what else?
Click the notification button.
So that you can get notified for every video, right?
Yeah.
And what else?
Give it a big thumbs up.
There we go. Thank you guys, you heard her. You know, you have to take her advice. Follow us on this journey. Guys, excuse the long hair, don't care. You know, with this COVID, no barbershops are open and hard to align my own beard, which I don't think I did a bad job, so might not be paying for that in the future. But haircut, I just can't cut my own hair. Tried in the past, it just looks like I don't even want to say it. But anyways, that being said, today we got a shipment in. On my last video, or one of my last videos, I showed y'all the quarantine tank. The issue with that though was that I had this compact T5 setup that brings the heat up to 86. So when the heat gets to 82, I turn it off, and so it only gets about 4 hours of light a day. So far that had been working out, but I know in the long run it wouldn't. I know you do see a dead core over there, but that was already meeting its demise, and I figured, hey, let me move it to this one, see if it makes it. But of course it was too late. That being said, we did get a shipment today from Bulk Reef Supply, and that was I got one of their clearance open sale open box items. I got their Zetlight. Damn, maybe I should have memorized the name, but the point is this one right here. Look, probably see it backwards. Figured it would be good enough for this QT tank. Looks like it puts out a lot of power. So if that's the case, it should work out perfectly for this tank. Give the colors a lot of the corals a lot of color, which honestly I needed, because you know, when you see them at the store, they're like, oh man, and then you get them over here and you're like, is this why I bought them? So I want to get back that toxic green that this one's supposed to be. So I'll be setting this one up. I didn't see any videos on this one. I saw maybe one or two, and none that actually had to do with this light. So I won't do much of an unboxing the way that others do it. I'm just gonna pull things out, see what comes with it. But remember that there's open box, but it was a grade A one, so meaning that everything original comes in it. But if there's anything in particular you would want to know that I don't cover on this, just let me know, and I'll create a video of its own. No big deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out, set it up, and we'll see what the corals look like. Now, y'all know how videos look on phones when you record a tank that is all blue. So most likely it won't look good, but I'll tell you what it looks like to my eye. All right, let's see. All right, guys, so this right here is the new Zetlight, right? And this is what you pretty much get in the box. I'm not gonna go and set it up. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Here are the bars that you mount on the edges of the tank. Here's the power supply. Here's, you know, the rest of, I guess this is the Wi-Fi link or something. Dongle, I guess you could call it if it was a Kessel. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. That's fine with that. Let's just not make hope that doesn't happen to the light itself.
Yeah.
This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the light. So here's the top, no fans. It is, I would say maybe about, I mean, I'm no judge when it comes to this, but if I judge it, it almost weighs the same as my MacBook Pro. A little bit heavier than the MacBook Pro. Not by much though. But I'm getting nervous already over here flipping it back and forth. So here's the light. I'm going to be setting it up here shortly, putting it on top of this tank, and then we'll come back and I'm going to show you what it looks like. All right guys, so here is the light set up. As you notice, I'm not sure if you noticed from the previous video, but I had some of the corals, most of them all the way to the left, and about 2 or 3 here on the right. If you notice, there's a hot spot right between right there, and none of the corals over here, especially the SPS, were getting any light, and none of the ones over here were getting any light. Even though this light says that it is that it will cover a 30 by 20 inch area. This tank itself is literally 30 inches. I was assuming that the 30 inch area would be with the mounts. So if you mounted it the way I would, you would get a 30 inch coverage area. But now I'm starting to think that the 30 inch area would mean if I lift the light up more. And I'm not willing to put any holes on the ceiling just for this QT tank. So what I did was move everything to the middle. I ran out of time today, so this will turn off by 9 p.m. tonight. But tomorrow I will be doing some par measurements and making sure that the current settings that I have, which were already programmed in the Zetlight application, are not too bright for these corals, because the last thing I want to do is burn them. So that being said, here is the light. It did a pretty good job, except I'm not happy with the coverage. I'll be honest. I wanted something that would cover the whole thing, and I went with this because it said 30 by 20. So I'm gonna keep it. It was over $300. I was really almost debating of just returning it and getting a Kessel A360X. Being that the mount is a little bit higher, and I feel that it would cover the whole 30 inches of space here against 12 inches. But again, you know, then I would have to spend about $500 and something, so about $200 more just to be able to cover this tank. And I just, you know what, I think this probably would be the best light for this tank. I didn't want to go black box. I didn't want to skimp out on something that I'm not familiar with, or that I haven't heard of anyone have any experience with. And I found a few videos with this one, not a lot, just a few. That's why I'm now figured I would put this one out there so it can add on to those. But aside from that, this is what it is. And as you can see, there's a hot spot right there in the middle. I will be measuring tomorrow and we'll go from there. All right guys, thanks for watching.